सीट पर आ गए हैं अभिजीत भट्ट, गांधीनगर गुजरात से हैं ये। स्टैंडर्ड में ये पढ़ रहे हैं आजकल।
मेरे को रूल्स पता है, इसीलिए आप अभी मेरे को रूल्स समझाने मत बैठना।
अच्छा।
We'll be discussing about the change in the psychology of a kids. So this is mostly in reference with the latest Kaun Banega Crorepati show, and which was gone viral because of the arrogant behavior of a kid. So
इनमें से कौन सा भोजन आमतौर पर सुबह खाया जाता है?
सर ऑप्शन के बिना बोल रहा हूँ ब्रेकफास्ट।
तो
सर बी
हाई टी
ब्रेकफास्ट
डिनर।
लॉक करो, बी ब्रेकफास्ट लॉक। वो सब्जेक्ट जो मुझे नहीं पसंद, डांस। ऑप्शन के बिना बोल रहा हूँ, लॉक करो डांस। सर ये भी कोई पूछने का सवाल है?
अब इनके पास ही एक मौका है।
changing in the generation to generation. You know what is that? You know the kids are behaving very absurd in the society and community, and which is absolutely when you see the senior people, like in the episode Amitabh Bachchan is far senior. It really hurts.
वाल्मीकि रामायण के प्रथम कांड का नाम क्या है?
अरे ऑप्शन डालो। सर बी अयोध्या कांड को अच्छी तरीके से लॉक किया जाए।
लॉक करके बोल रहे हैं आप, ताला लगा
लॉक करो।
So, hi everyone. Today in our Let's Talk Show, we have a very special guest, Nishanthi Abhijith. She is an educator. और निशांति जी पिछले मोर देन 15 ईयर्स इन द एजुकेशन। तो आज हम बहुत ज़्यादा वाइब्रेंट टॉपिक के ऊपर बात करने वाले हैं। वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द चेंज इन द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ अ किड्स। So this is mostly in reference with the latest Kaun Banega Crorepati show, and which was gone viral because of the arrogant behavior of a kid. So आज हम बात करेंगे because we are in the lovely campus of TAPAS. Thank you so much for inviting us here in TAPAS.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, so my first question, give a brief introduction to our viewers. And if you can talk something about TAPAS, the psychology behind, the TAPAS founding and all. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my name is Nishanthi Abhijith. I'm one of the co-founders of TAPAS. I have been in the field of education for the last 15 years, and it has been a very beautiful journey of learning, and that's how I would like to describe myself as well, as a lifelong learner, a mother, an educator. These become the core of who I am. At TAPAS, we are a project-based learning school where we truly believe that every child's voice is important, and that is what you will see modeled in everything that we do at TAPAS.
Thank you so much. So when I was thinking about, I watched this recent episode of Kaun Banega Crorepati, and probably आपने भी देखा होगा वो. So certain thoughts, it was pondering me to think about this. What is changing in the generation to generation? What is that? The kids are behaving very absurd in the society and community, and which is absolutely when you see the senior people, like in the episode Amitabh Bachchan is far senior. It really hurts. So what is there? You are taking care of so many kids here from last 15 years. What is your opinion about this?
I love that how you've directly dived into this conversation. I think there are multiple aspects that we need to consider. One, the age of the child. And listen for that noise, beep, 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 and then connect. And then we could use internet. But then for them, it's very quick now.
Yeah.
And we also have your groceries at, the tip of your fingers. You have everything that you can think of that is reaching children immediately. So the immediate gratification that they're receiving for everything is so high that there are certain skills and way that we need to build resilience for children. And that happens over a period of time. We ourselves have become that restless. Even 1 minute that we get, we want to pick up the phone. We are not willing to wait at a signal. Even for payment, we want to do quick UPI. We don't want to look for change. If we are becoming that, how do we expect children to have this resilience? That is one aspect of it. The second part is that we have become more from big joint families. Here we would say that we would all live in vataras or joint families together. We've become more and more nuclear families where people have had to move out for better opportunities, better livelihoods. So the experiences that probably our generation had the benefit of growing up around grandparents, seeing how our parents were behaving with grandparents, we learned from that. To be straight afterwards, because that is something my grandmother had ingrained into me. Make it straight after use. And I would see her doing it. So it became a part of who I am. So that these children don't have the advantage of. We have more and more dual income families where both parents are working. So the kind of atmosphere that these children are also growing up in is very different. Right? I think today more than ever, we need to try and understand why there is disengagement. Because only when there is, and I don't want to come from a space. I think we need to be more understanding as individuals, as society, of a child and as a family, right? Where we are telling children not to be judgmental. We are telling children you need to be more independent. We are telling children you need to be more confident. Because a lot of parents that I meet also, one of the things that they want from their children is they want them to be confident. They want them to be able to share their views and opinions. Because they didn't have that chance while growing up. I didn't get to pick my own career. I didn't have a choice. It was always out of fear. So they want their children to be more independent. So today when we are looking at disengagement in tweens, in teens, we also need to understand how do we help them. I don't think we should be judging the family or the child for that. It is a tween that we are talking about. They themselves are understanding their feelings. After 10, children are changing so much. Their understanding of the world, they are trying to control their emotions, understand the new emotions that they're having. So it might also be from a place of excitement that he has come. So there are multiple things that we need to consider before we pass a judgment on a child where we are not considering his future, the family's future. Right? It's a very small piece, glimpse we've got into a child's life. I would like to say that if my daughter, there are days where she will be just sitting quietly when she meets new people. Another time she might talk to you endlessly. So each situation is different. Each child is different. Branding a child on few minutes of a child's life in a completely new environment. Maybe he was nervous. We don't know that.
Very right. That one is the looking at and branding the child. Another one is probably not only looking from the branding side, but what are the psychological changes which are there, and as a society, as a community, as an educator, can we do something, and which probably will be very helpful for all the viewers and the people those are watching such kind of discussion and the conversation. तो क्या what is that missing link here? कहाँ पर गलती है? मतलब that child is that is okay fine, as you rightly said that is a few minutes of that certain sentences we need not to be judgmental. That's absolutely right. But when you see this type of behaviors which are emerging in the society very frequently, this is something which has come into the limelight that people are talking. But otherwise also, if you go to your friends' family or maybe the family, kids and family like this, some are really absolutely behaving this kind of the behavior demonstration. तो यहाँ पर one is you said that the child need to be confident, independent, but at the same time someone can be very humble.
Absolutely.
At the same time someone can be very respectful. At the same time someone can be very very polite. Where is that missing link probably, and वो कहाँ लगता है? Because you have seen last 15 years generation, you talked about your own generation कि हमारे time में our parents were so strict and like you are following and which is shaping your and my career probably that. So what is that missing link there?
I think we need to be role models. If I am teaching the child that there is a no U-turn sign, but I will still take a U-turn. I'm telling the child I don't need to follow rules. I don't need to be patient for the light to turn green for me to wait for my turn. If I'm telling the child that you don't watch screen, but I can watch while I'm having my dinner because I've had a long day. You're giving the child mixed signals. We have to be role models for what we want them to be. If I'm being polite, the child is also going to learn to be polite. That is the only way that we can teach them, because today everybody is talking about all the skills and values. The most important thing is empathy. Nobody is talking about empathy. And how do we learn or teach empathy? It is by showcasing it. When you're going in a lift in an apartment complex, do we wait for an elderly person? Do we help them carry their bags? Are we demonstrating this? Maybe you see a car broken down on the road. Do you take a minute to wait and check if somebody needs help? These are simple things. Maybe you smile at the security guard who is there, or maybe the helpers in your house. Do we, talk to them? Do we ask them how their day was? All of these small things help children understand. Your tone is what they are also watching. When you go to a restaurant, if somebody, does not give you your right order, or maybe it did not taste as well, how are we talking to them? All these places are where they are also learning from us. So we lead by example. If I want the child to be respectful, I have to be respectful of the child as well. I have to take their voice also into consideration.
So empathy is, one thing which we have been observing in corporate, in education institute, in society, community, workplace. Empathy has a very big and the vast umbrella when it comes to the demonstration of empathy at various places. What is your mindset, your thought processes, your thinking, and the other people, those are in and around you? Can you define in the simple words, how do you see empathy? What is called actually empathy?
Like you rightly said, it's a very vast thing.
Yes.
As for me, if I am looking at what empathy should mean for my daughter, for example, as a parent, I would say she would have to be thoughtful of what the other person is feeling. It's just simple as that.
Okay.
Maybe she's got 2 chocolates and both are her favorites. Now, how do I share? But she knows if this is favorite for me, maybe this friend will also enjoy. It's okay. Next time I'll get one more, or it's all right.
Okay.
Able to do that, I think that's the other child out. Because she wants to have both. Might not be empathy, but that's just a very basic thing. Or she sees that yesterday my daughter came home and she got they had all carried fruits and vegetables bags. She came home and she said they were carrying so many bags, and I also carried. My hand was completely red because it was so heavy. I closed my palms and I kept it behind me because I didn't want them to see that it was. I didn't want to pass it on to them. And this is just one thing. And so for me, she's being considerate that her grandparents are also carrying so much load, and she's trying to share the load.
Lovely.
And that is empathy for me.
Yeah, very good. So in corporates, we say that, the way you feel, how others feel, is absolutely the empathy,
Yes.
And that's the right demonstration of empathy. It begins from your family, your grandparents. The kids, those are there with their grandparents. They are absolutely, the fortunate one, right? Because this is something which is called the values.
Understandable. I don't think I would have been able to add as much value to my daughter's life if my parents or my in-laws were not as involved, and I'm extremely thankful for that. But even to parents who don't have that opportunity, so the kind of people that you pick to be around, the friends that you make, the school that you pick, all of these also equally make a difference. If you're looking at a place that's constantly teaching your child to compete for everything, then that whole empathy aspect is also lost. So it depends on what you want as a parent. What is that you're looking for? That becomes the question mark.
Very nice. So share few techniques probably for a families or a parent, they can ingrain this empathy from at the beginning of in the child.
I don't think it can be only empathy. It has to be a combination of everything. We need to give autonomy to children, help them start making smaller decisions, help them understand why they're making those decisions, right from picking clothes. Maybe a child wants to wear shorts and t-shirts on a really cold day. Let them make it. Once they wear cold clothes outside, they know next time I have to wear pants. If not, I'm going to freeze next time. Smaller decision making, help them understand what resilience is. Going and making mistakes is okay. Keep trying. Don't give up. That's important.
Yeah.
Failure is important. That's the way that we learn.
Yeah. Very important.
You know, all of these lead to learning all the other values around it. The most important thing is have meals together, spend time together, play together. Because when you play together, it's when children learn. They are watching you. They are building a bond with you. Like my daughter has a very different relationship with my husband as compared to me. They have the most amount of jokes that I can't even try to understand at this point. I have a senior and a junior who crack the most ridiculous jokes. But that's their bond. That's their special bond. Between me and my daughter, we probably do art. We do reading together. With her grandparents, she does different things. Whatever little, even if it's that 10 minutes, you play. Maybe you play Uno with them. Some it can be words, some can be games, but play. That becomes important.
Very, very important, because the behavior you demonstrate while you are playing, and you also, while playing, sometime you win, sometime you lose. To behave, that's the learning.
Like I said, that's how they learn.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing these valuable points.
I think one of the key parts today that is plaguing a lot of families is screen time. So try to reduce screen time in a way that's meaningful. Some families have zero screen time, which works great for them. Some families might not be able to do that, but do it in a manner that is not affecting your child's growth. That they do it at home and at school. And it's not something which can just be taught like a math concept. Like I said earlier, we have to be role models to it. Children have to see us being empathetic with them. And that's the way that they will learn.
Excellent. Very nice. So share few tips of a successful parenting.
I think we can say that any parent is perfect because we are humans with your family. In this hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, where more and more people have dual income families, we have to make sure that we are available for children. Today's research shows that the teenagers today, more than 70% already have an AI companion. Which means that children are already exposed. So as they start growing older, they're only going to start reaching out to AI for some kind of support. So today, we have to be more mindful of what children require from us. Understanding is what is going to help us become successful, happy families. If we are happy, the fact that we are successful, everything secondary. What my child might be very different from somebody else's child's needs. So one tip will
Kid who is seeing a lot of empathy in the family, when the kid is exposed to the metro, people are rushing there inside the metro, and they're not taking care of each other, right? And the society and community, same kid sees a very different scenario over there, and he or she will come back and do all these things. So there is a conflict between
always, and that's always going to have its pros and cons, which is hoping that we are giving them enough skills to be able to understand when they can and how much can they, because it shouldn't deplete from their own way of working. If you keep giving, you will not have anything left. They should know when to protect themselves, and they should know when they can protect another person. They can operate as human beings. Situations are always different. There's no perfect plan saying you have to be empathetic 40% of the time. 60% it's okay, think about yourself. Does not work.
Excellent. What is the role of stories?
Important. I think it's a lost skill, it's a lost talent, it's a lost opportunity. Our culture over the years and decades, India has grown so culturally vibrant because of our stories. All of our ancestors have passed on all their knowledge through stories. Everything that we do has come through stories, and then it got converted into scriptures and books, and we've learned. So it's a way of making sure the children are thinking, imagining, and understanding, where you're able to create, so many scenarios. You can talk about your childhood stories, you can talk about moral stories, you can talk about experiences. All of these become stories. And if you see, that is the reason movies are such a big hit.
Yes.
Because it communicates story.
Excellent. So, from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Chhatrapati Shivaji, or and if parents and the grandparents can narrate those stories while with the kids like this, can make a big transformation.
Absolutely. Any kind of stories is good for children. I remember my grandfather used to love reading the Ramayana, and he would read it multiple times. Even today, there is the huge book of Ramayana, and he was at 80 plus, and you see all the times that he's completed the book, he's written the dates.
Oh.
And so every time I would sleep with my grandparents, he would tell me
what you shared. Is there anything which I am missing you wanted to share with our viewers on this platform?
I think one thing that it's not about missing. I think for me, the takeaway from
one is in the emotional intelligence. It is said that when you are going through the emotion, right, you understand that emotion. If you are getting angry, you tell yourself, I am getting angry. And this technique is called the name it to tame it.
Yes.
Right? So you tell it to yourself, twice or thrice, you will see the intensity of that emotion is going down.
Correct.
Another way, when you are changing your premises, your responsibility at family is different compared to the school. Just if you had a hot talk with someone, no problem, that's okay, fine. Sit in silence, close your eyes, take long deep and change the scenario, and emotions will be changing. There are a lot of such techniques are there which are very, very important for someone. Understand your trigger factors. What are the things which makes you angry? Certain colors, certain people, certain scenarios, certain places, which triggers anger in you. And if you are very well aware about those things, right, you can handle it properly.
Absolutely.
In society and community, in the education world, many teachers or educators, or maybe the parents for that matter, they are not at all aware about their own emotions. What are the things which will make you feel happy? What are the things which will make you feel angry? What are the things, like so on and so forth. So this is what, someone need to really understand. And as you very rightly said, and you started your talk with the empathy. And we have to be, very, very empathetic in the society and community. Wherever we are there, you do not know how many people are observing you, watching you, and you can be a role model to not only to your kids, to others also.
And like you rightly said, it is first about reflection. You understanding what you're feeling, and then being able to either name it or then segregate it from work to your personal life, or being able to find a technique that calms you. All of this comes from reflection. So if we as adults are able to do it, this is what we should be teaching our children also. Where if you teach them, if adults are going through this, you can imagine children also going through this. The rush, you haven't eaten food, you've gotten up late today, bus is already here, you're going to miss it, and I haven't done my homework. And everything happens for children also.
Achieving marks, and then Rahul come first in the school, and you are still struggling. You are absolutely pathetic in mathematics. Why don't you do practice and all those things?
Thankfully, we don't do that at TAPAS. And we are very mindful that comparison is not the way to work. But we are very big on reflection. So our children understand that they're competing with themselves and how to work forward. But all the things that we're talking about for adults almost become true for a child also, where we teach them to say that I am upset about something. Can you think about why you're upset? Like you said, a trigger. How can we help you feel better? So the child starts understanding what can I do to deal with it. So maybe they are able to understand scenarios better.
Excellent. Lovely interaction with you, Nishanthi. Any message you would like to convey?
I think we've spoken about everything in depth and in length. Just spend time with your family.
I think people and the educators can learn from this. What are the few things, as you said, that we don't judge our students and all those things. These are the very small things. If on a first, the school is the parents. Second one is the school where they come and learn. And if we follow, certain things, I think we will be able to bring the absolutely, best society to live in.
If we are happy, we'll make sure people around us are happy. So just try to be happy with your family.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for taking out time and sharing all those thoughts. Thank you so much, guys.
दोस्तों, ये वीडियो आपको कैसा लगा जरूर हमको कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बताइए। और हाँ, आपकी इसके बारे में क्या राय है? व्हाट इज योर एडवाइस स्पेशली टू द पेरेंट्स? एंड सक्सेसफुल पेरेंटिंग क्या होती है जिसके माध्यम से एक अच्छे पेरेंट्स आप बने और आने वाले टाइम में जो एक सोसाइटी है, जो एक हमारे आसपास का एनवायरनमेंट है, उसको बेहतर बनाने में मदद करें। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग ऑल दिस एंटायर वीडियो। इस वीडियो को बाकी लोगों के साथ जरूर शेयर कीजिए और देखते रहिए हमारा चैनल डियर लाइफ बाय पंकज शर्मा, लेट्स टॉक शो।